Hey guys, so I just wanted to get on here and kind of let you know what I've been up to. I am in a boot camp course for full stack engineering, full stack web development, or full stack development, whatever you call it. And it is difficult. Also, I've not been focused. So the purpose of this video here is to, I guess, try to give you some advice to not make the mistakes that I've made. So it is important to get sleep. Try to get any hours before midnight are ideal. So ideal would be like if you can go to bed between 9 and 11, like that's good. And I wasn't doing that. Like I was going to bed, I'd be up all night and sleep all day. Like I'd be going to bed at like 9 in the morning, and then I'd wake up at like 3 in the afternoon, and I would just do class, but it would just be like garbage because I just wasn't retaining much. I just wasn't there. And so I finally did some research as to how to fall asleep. That's what crazy. You got to do research as to do like one of the most basic human things. So I was like, you know what, man, let me go ahead and do that. So I went ahead and looked up a video, and yeah, I wasn't sleeping right. I have a tendency to keep things on, like the television. Matter of fact, the television's on right now. It's always on. And at night, it stays on. And I'm not getting good sleep. So at night, I decided to turn the TV off. Then they also said, keep your room cooler. So 65 degrees is like, optimal. For Celsius, I think it's 18 degrees. I think that's what the trend, I think that's what it turns out to. But keep it cool. And then I have this app on my phone that has like a rainfall drop thing. So so I go to bed and I wake up in the morning. So I have a full day. Like I've been up all day and I'm like happy, And I know a lot of coders drink coffee. I don't really drink coffee, but I have been drinking this drink that has caffeine in it called Ruma. It's like a tea, and there's a natural caffeine in it. So it brings you up, but it doesn't like crash you down like caffeine does. I didn't have any today. So today I just kind of like kept it simple. I'm on a fruit cleanse, and I think it's going to help me with my retention and understanding things, because I've just not been understanding things. It's like my brain has been like this brick wall, And I think what really inspired me is there's this girl that I really like, and I expressed to her that I liked her, and she said she didn't want to feel the same way. She wanted to keep being friends. And I was like, okay, because I really liked her. And then today she told me that she had been talking to somebody, and normally, I don't know, it just bothered me, and I was like, let me just like get focused and start working on myself, and that experience made me feel like the ultimate nerd, because it's like, it always seems like I'm always liking some girl and they're not feeling me. And I just kind of like, let me just get back into my stuff. It's like, yeah, I was like, let me just do this. So I'm a little bummed, but I want to give to you guys by encouraging you to like keep doing your studies. Let me address the elephant in the room. These are not prescription glasses. These are magnify glasses. This is probably why my eyes probably look like huge and buggy. I don't know what they, I'll see it in post, but like, yeah. So try to get your sleep, try to eat as healthy as possible so you can retain things. And programming is only hard if you make it hard. A good thing to do is to go over it regularly. Repetition is key. Just like mathematics, just keep going over it, keep going over it, keep going over it. Because even though it's not overtly math, it is logistically math, if that makes any sense. There's a lot of formulas and syntax, which is just the software term for grammar. You got to get the syntax correct. You know, you got to make sure you have a comma displaced, a curly brace, or a comma, or a parentheses, you know, and semicolon, colon. See, these things are like so important with coding, and so you want to make sure that you're on point. And I find that you'll find that a lot of coding is debugging. So you'll sit there and write all this code, and then you'll see that it's not working. So you have to go back through, you know, and look and try to and have to debug things. And you're like, oh, okay, this is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. Let me, you know, backspace here, you know, and let me tab here and this, that, and the other. And here's an interesting fact. The term debugging came from the first time a computer was debugged because it actually had a bug in it. There was a moth, and they took the moth out of the computer and it started working fine. So that's what they started using the term debug. So it comes from the actual bug. That's what it came from. I thought that was an interesting fact. So I want to keep you guys encouraged. If you guys are thinking about getting into software engineering or software web development, it's all the same. It's all the same. I've been having this discussion with my friend. She says that web development is not software engineering. I was like, well, a website is software and you're making it, and engineers make things. So yeah, software engineers, the same thing. You know, don't try to diminish me. Oh, you're just a web developer. You're not a software engineer. I'm like, yeah. Who do you think manages websites? Software engineers or web developers? Software developers, all the same thing. They use all the same programs: HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, Python, React, all these different, you know, I'm still learning this stuff, you know, but it's all these things. So I know, but by the time I'm done with this, I feel I'm going to know a lot. Like when I first started this stuff and I heard full stack, I'm like, what the hell is a full stack developer? What is that? Now I know what that is. And I'm so stoked to know what that is. But yeah, I want to keep you guys encouraged. And yeah, if you have any questions, put it in the comments below. All right, deuces.